Alright, hello everyone. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Been forever. Hopefully let me just check, make sure the video looks decent. Yeah. Alright, hey Sasha. X-Last Kiwi. Yeah, it has been exactly a month since the last stream. Last stream was on May 19th. And so we're going to try to get back into this. I'll kind of go through that once we get going here, what was going on. So welcome X-Last Kiwi, welcome Sasha over on YouTube. And we're going to see if I remember how to do anything with this Boeing 737-700. We're doing World Tour. Let's see, World Tour leg 153. We're at Federico Fellini International Airport in Rimini, Italy. We're in Rimini because we were flying over, did a small flight over to San Marino to knock that off of our country list. And we're going to be flying again back to Vienna International Airport in Vienna, Austria, obviously. We've already been to Austria, but we're going to be setting up, I think, to fly. Well, we're going to fly over to Switzerland then, and then do a little flight, helicopter flight or something, into Liechtenstein. Awesome, X-Last Kiwi. Cool. Alright, this is Ryanair flight 9767, real flight. It is flown using the Boeing 737-800 in real life, but we're going to be using PMDG 737-700, which is the one I currently have. I'm not going to get the 600 or the 900, I think is the other one, but I might get the 800, since the 700 and the 800 are the most common of the variant. Still using Alpha India Group traffic. There's no other traffic here at Rimini. I'm Bajan Hibashi's 4-season pack. We are in late spring, early summer now. I'll kind of let you know what else I'm using as we go along. Let's try to get into the plane and see if we can get it started properly. So it might take a little bit longer because it's been so long. Let's see. We do have the door open, gangway. Well, we have stairways and everything. So let's go up to. Remember what my shortcuts are for panels. There we go. We're going to do battery on and cover. And we're going to have this set to battery. Let me know if the sounds are good. Yeah, I've heard good things about the Phoenix. I'm probably not going to buy it just because I just do not have time to fly enough. And the fly-by-wire is suitable for what I need. This plane will be my study level, and then the fly-by-wire will be as good as that one is. Just don't have time to justify buying all the planes. Alright, AC voltometer is set to standby power. Master caution disengage. Right there. Hydraulic pumps are all off. Yeah, I forget what my... Let's see, hydraulic pumps all off. Fuel pumps all off. Interior lights as required. So I'm gonna kind of just turn... I like to turn the panel brightness up. Turn this one up. Kind of just hitting all the different keys and figuring where things are. Because it has been a while. Alright. Cabin utility power check on. IFE passenger seat power check on. Yeah, see, I have to remember where all this stuff is. I don't know where that stuff is exactly. So we're just gonna hopefully get through here. Yeah, I haven't even seen the updated EFB, but yeah, we're gonna be flying that next flight, depending on what I have going on tonight. It's just been so busy the last month. Alright, so do ground connections. We're going to go into the FMC menu. We're going to go Flight Simulator Actions, Ground Services. Want to make sure our wheel chocks are set. Ground power connected. We'll request that. Air start unit. We don't really need the air start unit, air conditioning unit. Heatside covers, check removed. Not sure where that is. We can request the fuel truck. Probably at this time is a good time to do it. Let me get my flight plan. Fuel, we need 5,871, so we're going to put in basically 6,000. What we want to do is go over here, set our fuel to a lot less. How do I think I can set it? Yeah, I think it sets 1,000. That way you can fuel it up. Here, ground services, and we want 6,000 kilos for fuel. Press the fuel truck. Same with the passengers. We'll do all that. Stairs. Get that second set of stairs. The cargo, 3,500. So we'll do 2,000 in the front. And we'll do 1,500 in the rear. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done this, so hopefully we don't take forever to get this thing started. Get in, gotta restart, refigure out my flow on how to do it. Okay, ground power on. Emergency lights armed and covered. External light positions. Our position is going to be steady right there. Logo can come on. Wing, wheel well. Don't really need those. Well, we'll turn on the wheel well. Master caution again, disengage. Seatbelts auto and on. Remembering all my things. Let's do auto. Chimes on. Alright, back to the flight simulator options. Payload menu. Right there. We're going to go... Let's see, what do we have for passengers? Passengers today, 138. No. I'll set empty, there we go. And then I think ground services, we go back here, start fueling. Oh, there we go. Passengers, 138. Set the target. Boarding start. Why can't I start with the stairs? Very weird. There's nothing inhibiting the stairs. They're already there. Oh, I think we need a passenger bus is what we need. That's why. Alright, back to the top panel. I'm going to actually do this right now. We're going to test. There should be lights coming up there, but it doesn't always happen for some reason. Heading STS, go align. Then we'll come back and set to nav. Alright, so recirculating fans. Oh. Circulating fans, I believe it's just, we just have this one set to auto. Pack left and right set to auto. Autopilots check off, speed brake check down, cockpit voice recorder, we don't really need to do these tests. Engine fire test. We'll be down right in here. Okay. Yeah, Matt H, it's been exactly a month. I wanted to stream last night, but again, the day just kind of got away. I've switched to day shift, so I can't really stream at night as much, but I could actually when I get home in the evening, I can stream, so maybe I'll be able to stream more. It's just getting into that flow, and we're doing house hunting and all this other stuff. Baby's starting to get he's starting to get a little bit more fussy as he gets older here, so she just said it there. There's my wife. Only agreed with the inspection issue cost. Yeah, we're trying to make an offer here. Yep, I went in. I think I did I think I was planning on doing a flight and then it got away from me, and I think I took a screenshot maybe for Icelandair for a future flight. Alright, we did that. Let's see, IRS. Okay, so IRS, we just did that up here. See, it's aligning. It's going to take 7 minutes. We do want to... I think we switch it to nav right now. Don't have to wait. Alright, back down to the FMC. I think I should start boarding. I'm going to request these other stairs. I don't think they'll show up now because the bus is in the way. But we do have those rear stairs, so that's good. Okay, FMC menu. Alright, so we're going to go init ref. And we're just going to copy this. Bring it right down there. Actually, strike that. We want to put in the airport we're at. Lima, India, Papa Romeo. Reference airport. Copy that. You could also go to the second page and copy one of these. The way I learned it is to copy this reference airport. Right. Okay, go to page 2. Yeah. Go to route page. Actually, I'm going to go over to this one. So we can do our ground services, make sure we get all our stuff going. Fueling, almost done with that. We can start boarding soon. Or start loading this one. Our front is blocked, I think, by the fuel cart. At this point. Okay, so we'll go back and do our route. So, Rimini. And destination is going to Lima, Oscar, Whiskey. Yeah, I was in Dublin. I was going to take a screenshot, and then I think I loaded in, and then I had to go. We went back out, and so I never actually did that because I'm going to be flying from Dublin up to Iceland on Icelandair for that flight. So that's why I was in Dublin. Yes. All right, flight number is 9767, if I'm remembering right. Yep. Flight plan request, I'm not going to do that. Runway. We haven't gotten clearance. I'm very interested. There's a new add-on air traffic control. But I don't know if that also simulates other planes that are in the simulation. So, we'll see. I think we're doing runway 31 for our takeoff. Actually go right here at ATC and we'll see if I can get a... Nope. So we're just going to depart straight out.
Rimini
So,
ground RYNAIR 9er.
so it seems like the ATC does not work with...
Departing straight out.
ATC does not work fully with add-on planes, it seems. Okay, they're going on runway 13.
Contact tower on 1.225 when ready.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 13.
Hey, Sasha.
Taxiway Zulu Tango Echo Tango Delta Ryanair 9er 767.
Looks like that's echoing. Alright, runway 13, there we go. And here's our route. Let's get that on. See if I can pull it up on the screen too. It's so long I don't know where half my stuff is for my... That's my checklist. Alright, here's the flight. Flight plan right there. Not too long. And I think I just changed it. So Amlon 5 Sierra. Oh, that's... Don't have to worry about that. First, going to Amlon. And then direct to Abtan. And then that's it. That's the whole flight plan. Execute. I like to hit execute every time just to make sure I don't have any issues. We'll go here, departure at arrival. Departure, runway 13, Amlon 5. Can do, same, we can do 5 November. I'm going to do 5 Sierra. And we'll execute that. Arrival we'll do later, once we're in the air. I haven't streamed Sasha since May 19th. As I said, once we get going here and I'm not setting up, I'll kind of explain why. Number of reasons. Put away that flight plan for now. And back to... Let's see, we're going FMC. Kind of want to jump back over here. Turn. Ground services. Fuel truck, we can release that. And let's start boarding the passengers. Since we're doing that, let's start up Pack X. We're all simulating that as well. Should be able to get this Okay. Maybe other things too. Like I said, I'll kind of get into that once we get going. Let's release these. We already got the... Alright, there comes the carts for the front. You have the passenger bus right there. Passengers are coming on board. We're going to get the cargo in the front loaded. Let's see. We did the SID. We'll do the arrival once we're in the air. Let's go back to decks. Right. Performance initial page. 0 fuel weight. I think that's going to change as we load. We can put in our cost index, which is 40. Reserves for fuel is... I'd do about 2,600. 2.6. Yeah, you can see that's changing. Cruising altitude is 360. 36,000 feet. I'm not really going to do this one, the cruise wind. Transition altitude today. Coming out of Rimini. It'll be 6,000 feet. Yeah, I've heard good things about the Mad Dog. Is the sim update soon? I was on oh, I forget what his name is. I think it's a DAL something. He has the full motion plane, and on his thing it said sim update 11, but I don't think I don't think sim update 11 has come. No, I'm not on VATSIM, just flying offline. At some point, like we're house hunting right now. Maybe once I get a new house and I have my own space a little bit more, maybe I'll get more into VATSIM. I'm so busy right now just being able to get into a flight and not just try to remember how to even start this plane up, much less try to talk to air traffic control. Alright, so we're loading the cargo in the front now. Passenger 65 are on board. For some reason I can't... actually, I can release the bus, I think. Because basically passengers should be here, right? See what happens. Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your flight attendant speaking. At this time, please be sure to make sure all...
You see that's still changing. Yeah, sorry this is taking so long. It's just kind of getting back into the flow of things. And let's see. It reserves N1 limit page. Set takeoff power as desired.
All your items are put away so that the aisle is clear and other passengers can make their way to their seats. If you're in an emergency exit row,
yeah, I can't remember how to do all this stuff anymore. Alright, takeoff page. Flaps, do 5 degrees. If I'm not mistaken. Like I said, it's been so long. See, it's giving me the speeds. Center of gravity. I think that pulls it in. That's going to change. Yep, DAL 213. 737-800 cockpit. Now, I don't know if he always flies the 737. I think he might have been flying the Phoenix, like his... Oh no, that was a different thing I was watching. Yeah, I don't watch him a ton, but it is crazy, that whole system he's got there. Usually when I've watched him, when I've seen his stream, he's not talking or doing it. He's just... If he is talking, he's only talking to ATC on VATSIM. You know, not really interacting with us as the audience, but he was yesterday, so. You need to put V1 number in V2. You just go like this, really. But that's gonna all change. We're not all loaded yet, so. We're gonna... Once we get all finished with that, I'll kind of finish that. Let's do fuel pump. Let's get back up here to our upper panel. Fuel pump 1, gonna be F1. Turn that on, and we can start the APU. Yeah, we might be, I have no idea what sim update we're on. I think it was a world... No, we had a world update. I think it's world update 10, and they did some updates to America, which I was very surprised by, because I was thinking, you know, they're going to be doing something next. What are they going to do next? And I was surprised that they went back to the US, but US is a big place. Let's see, APU. How do I do this? I completely forgot. APU start. Oh, down there. There it is. I know this plane, or I know the 737-800, but I'm trying to remember it after. You know, that was like, it's like the Airbus is almost second nature to me now, and then this one, it's still trying to bring it back, and I just don't fly it enough now.
We're ready to go when you are.
Alright, APU should be coming up. You can see that on the EGT.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 9767, with service to Vienna. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 20 minutes. cabin door is closed,
No,
please
Sasha, I'm not gonna buy the
airplane
Phoenix one.
mode and your right device is
Especially
mounted
coming up
down
here. Once we
stairs.
do
Please
buy a
fasten your
house here,
seatbelt and make
it's
sure that all tray
everything's
tables and back
the
surfaces will
money's gonna
have
be a
light
lot
marks
tighter than it
before
is right
departure.
now.
Cabin crew secure doors for departure.
And like I said, I barely have enough time to fly any plane in the sim. I can, I'm working 60 hours a week, and hopefully, maybe at some point I'll be able to stream after I get home from work if I have any energy. But it's to get all the different planes, and I'm good with. There was part of me that almost was like, maybe I'll just stick with the fly-by-wire for everything and not even get the Boeing. But I was like, I'd really like to fly the Boeing again. Yep, fly-by-wire is so good. I mean, it's wonderful. Who is it? I think I&I Bills announced they're coming out with the A310 freeware at some point, so that's going to be cool. I'll definitely try that out when it comes out because it's free. But I don't think I'm going to be buying many more airplanes unless there's something that really catches my fancy. Alright, APU should be available. Oops. Let's see, yeah, we want this on. So on. Nope. Oh yeah. On. And we're going to switch to APU Gen. So we want to check the, this bleed is on. I'm just remembering where everything is. Engine bleed switches are on. And we'll go to APU Gen for our power. Alright, back to the FFC menu. Actually, we want this one. We have all our passengers on board, so we're going to release the stairs. And just about release parts. We are going to release the ground power. See, we've already burned a little fuel. That's from the APU. But I did add extra fuel. That's right, he only does P3D. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's his setup is ridiculous. I'm sure everyone that, I mean, you got the people that have their home cockpits, but then he's got the home cockpit and motion, and it's like, okay. That's never going to happen over here, so don't hold your breath. Alright, let's go back through this. We got the route, take off. I wanted to go to the performance init page. There we go. Let's get our zero fuel weight. There's our final thing. Center of gravity is 17.4. That seems wrong to me, but like I said, I haven't done this in so long, so that's fine. I think you put, I can't remember what we put for the temperature. Alright, I think you put in the, I think here's where you put in if you want to do like the flex takeoff maybe. Yeah, they're talking about making that Airbus 380, but yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work. I know they're modeling, there is stuff being done, but it is going to take a while. I can't believe it's 2.5 million for that. I'm just going to leave this empty, but I think if you could put like 50 degrees or something. It's kind of like the flex takeoff, I think, in the Airbus. You put, let's put 50 degrees. And it will actually change how much power you need to take off, and we do have extra runway and all that. So here you can see our speeds have gone up because of that. And when you do that on that last page, you're tricking the plane, saying, oh, it's really actually hotter out, and so the plane doesn't want to use as much power. But because you have so much runway, you might as well use the runway and lower not use as much power taking off. That's what a flex takeoff is. There's our trim, 5.46, so we will kind of see, we're going to about right in there somewhere. Kind of see what I'm looking at. It's an awkward position to look at it from. Just go like that. There we go. Okay, trim is set. We do have our IRS aligned. As I said, I'm doing trying to just get back in the flow of this. We're going to be doing the Airbus A320, the fly-by-wire, for a bunch of the next few flights. So it's going to be the next time I get into this plane on a stream, I'm going to be very rusty again. So I really do need to just kind of do a ton of flights in this at the same time. Hey, Leo. Yeah, you are kind of limited with a home cockpit. It's like it basically just has to, you know. But in real life, most pilots only fly, you know, once they get to the commercial airliners, they're only flying that one kind of plane. Well, any pilot, they're flying one kind of plane. You're not usually flipping planes too often, like we do in the sim. But that's the fun of the sim. All right, passengers are on board. We're gonna release the loaders. The weather has drastically changed. It was not foggy like this before. We could see the beautiful Adriatic Sea over there before, but now it's gotten all foggy and miserable. I wonder how warm it is, because I think it said 25 degrees. So, a little warm. Now it seems muggy, probably. Well, yeah. Yeah, Chuck he was always switching planes, but he was a test pilot, so. Alright, yeah, I think what we want to do is we want to close. I think the doors are just closed automatically. They are. Check the doors, push back. We might do that, we'll see. That's alright, yep, you don't need a Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, basically, it's a flight simulator. So you have X-Plane, there's Prepare 3D, there's Flight Simulator. This is the one I'm basically into now. Hey, MN Dribblers. Once we get going in the air, I'll kind of go through it, but I'm feeling better now. So that was part of why I haven't been streaming, because I wasn't feeling too well. Ooh, it's actually got the different panel here. It's not the panel I usually use. I believe if you click somewhere that I think you can change the panel. Oh no. You can change it in the menu, obviously. But this is not the one I'm used to. So I don't know if, 'cause I feel like we flew Ryanair before, didn't we? And I didn't have this panel. So I'm going to switch that. I don't like this panel. This is not the one I'm used to. Yeah, well, let's go with it. Let's try it out, and we'll see how much I mess up. If I struggle in the air with this one, because it's a little bit different, I'll switch it. Alright, so thanks for coming in. Taking a little bit... I'm sorry it's taking a little bit longer to get off the ground here. Just trying to remember how to set everything up. Okay, we set the elevator trim. Gangway disabled, door 1 closed, doors checked all closed, gen bus transfer switch auto uncovered. Okay, so we're going to go up to the upper panel now. We're just going to basically do a flow. So all these lights should be out. Unfortunately, I don't think I have a good... Yeah, I don't have a good checklist. We just check these. But I think these are supposed to be on. Yaw damper on. These are going to be normal, normal, normal. Source auto. Control panel normal. We can actually do this test. Let's see that valve open light. And technically, after you do the test, you want to do a lights test. Just make sure all your lights are actually working. Because you could turn that valve thing and then the light doesn't actually turn on later. That's getting a little detailed. I compare battery APU. Kind of going through this, making sure everything is where it should be. Actually turn on our window heat. Thanks, Leo, for the subscription. Turn on the probe heat. Anti-ice engine. Anti-ice, we'll turn that on once we get to the runway if it looks like it's going to be a little bit cloudy. I'm thinking that fog is a little concerning. We're going to turn on all the hydraulics right now. Going here, we have our packs at auto. We'll turn those off when we're starting the engines. Isolation valve is open. On, APU bleed on. Want to put in our altitude, which is 41. Put 50. Keep that set to auto. Yep, that's my favorite. Leo is, or that was my favorite when I was in X-Plane, because that was the plane they had, and I used the freeware mod for that plane. So I flew the 737-800 a ton in X-Plane, and now I'm trying to get back into it here in Microsoft Flight Simulator with PMDG version, but I'm much more adept with the A320 now because that's the plane I flew a ton in this sim. All right, yeah, everything's a little bit different here, but you can change all these panels. There's so many different options. Like I said, I'm a little rusty on this. Next flight when we do the A320, I'll be probably rusty on that, but a lot less because I've flown that plane so much recently. All right, you asked about the fire test. I believe. Okay. I think the fire test is this one, or it might be these ones. I'm not sure if there's another fire test that lights all these up. I'm getting 40 frames per second right now. Hopefully it's coming across to you guys. Or my computer's dying, and in that case, I'll be sad. Because as I said, we're not going to have a ton of extra money coming up soon. Alright, hydraulic pumps all on, anti-collision lights on, because we're going to be starting the engines soon and moving. Let's get up here. Anti-collision lights on. Pack left and right off, because we're going to start the engines, and the engines will not start if you have those packs on. Thrust idle. Cutoff check. Where are the cutoffs? Right there. Thinking of the 747 cutoff. The little knobs that are down there. Or fuel control switches, I meant. But they're in the cutoff. Alright, so we are ready for pushback. So, kind of seeing what kind of pushback I want to do. We're going to runway 13. Which is going to be over there. We're going to go into our menu over here. I think I have this. Whatever. Feel like I have it. There we go. I did have a shortcut for it. Alright, we're just going to do, let's see, cross the T, turn nose right. See, I always get my rights and left mixed up. I think turn left. What I want. I don't know. Alright, remove the chocks. I like that how they have that right there. Select our tug. And we're going to start.
Go ahead.
We've been cleared for pushback and start. They want the tail to our right.
Yes, that's right. Tail to our right. Well, my right. Hopefully. What's a joke?
Brakes released.
Yes, pushback straight would be the, if you're not sure, would be the way to go. Alright, let's release our brakes.
Brakes released. Here we go. Pushback complete. Parking brake, please.
Pushback complete.
Brake set.
Steering pin is pulled. Watch for the salute and release from guidance on your...
Oh. See, it's always... I think, yeah, parking brake is on now, because I didn't have the parking brake on because I had the chocks. Can I... Okay, start the... There we go. start.
Cockpit to ground.
We're gonna get this.
Go ahead. We've been cleared for push and start. Tail to the right. Copy that. Ready for push, tail right. Release brake and brake, please. Brakes released.
Okay. Okay, back to the checklist, see what I'm doing. Wheel chocks are off, pushback start, duct pressure gauge, 30 psi.
Brakes released, here we go.
Right there. Should be 30 psi. I never can get it to 30 psi though. Don't know what I'm doing wrong there.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your complete attention to the flight attendants as they demonstrate the safety features of our aircraft. You will notice a light illuminated above your seat.
Yeah, if you don't know which way you're pushing back. Yeah, there's different things to use for pushback, so it's not all. Alright, now there is a certain method to the madness of which ignition you pick. I'm going to go with left, but because I can't remember what that madness is. Left, and we're going to go to ground for the left engine start.
There is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the engine. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front of
And then wait until engine 1 is at N2 20%. Ooh, perfect pushback. Alright, and N2's right there. And we just pull this up to idle. Yeah, I know west, east, south, north. The problem is I don't know when it says nose right or nose left or turn left, turn right, like in reference to who. Is it looking this direction or is it looking from my point of view inside the plane? That's how I always get confused with it. Alright, let's stay inside the plane like this.
Please securely stow all personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seatbelts and tray tables are all in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a
yes, we do have to switch off the packs. I did already. You can see the engine is up to 61, so we can now start. Actually, switch that to cont, and then we'll start the right engines. Yeah, if I still had the packs on, it would basically kind of get stuck at about 1 or 2 here on the N2. Okay, so we're at 20. So we pull this up. While we're doing that, I'm going to get our anti-skid, the RTO. Flaps. Position 5. 5 degrees. Alright, engines are good. You know, taxi lights on. Gen switches on for the engines. We're going to go to Gen 1. And we're going to turn off the APU gen. Turn off the APU bleed off. Packs left and right on. We already have our window and our probes on. So the only thing we need to worry about is the anti-ice at this point. We'll continue here.
Ready to go.
I'd like to turn on the runway turn-off lights as well for the taxi. You do a TCAS test. That's going to be I haven't really set all this up very accurately. Where's the TCAS? Why am I not? That's the cargo. Here we go.
TCAS test pass.
And we're fine on fuel. 59.35. We need, for the flight plan, it was 58.71, so we're still good. I put that extra because you're going to start the APU. You just want to have some extra. And that's already extra. It's got the all that good stuff. Alright, so I don't think we have the TCAS on yet. Oh no, we set a Tara right now. Okay, back down here. Set Tara. We're just gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, if you're on VATSIM or something else where they actually gave us our squawk code, we put that in. Alright, we already got the taxi clearance because we're doing VFR. So taxi to holding point. Here we go. We're going to change this barometer. And we're going to set that. See your 1014. Actually, these fuel pumps should be on. I'm surprised the plane started with the fuel pumps. Not like that. Don't think we don't have anything in the center. Surprised the plane started up with only the one fuel pump. Alright, so let's begin our taxi. Seatbelt signs set to on. Release the parking brake. Give it a little power. And man, it is fogged up. Not cross feeds off. Yeah, I was just surprised that, yeah, it might be able to. Because you are still... Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't think it should have been able to start. Or at least the right engine shouldn't have been able to start. Alright, we're gonna get on. Right now we're on Tango Golf. We're gonna get on to Tango. Take that all the way down to Delta and the holding point for runway 13. Yeah, this plane is similar to the 737-800. There's a few different things. Like the 800 has, like the recirculating fans has 2 of those. There's a little bit more going on this panel, or this panel over here. Just because the 800 is a bigger plane. Live weather, not live time. A live time would be about 9 o'clock, I think now. PM. It did look very beautiful with the sunset over the water, but this is the scheduled flight time. Well, yeah, the APU just, you only need to have, for the APU, you just put on the aft fuel pump. But for this engines, I was surprised I was able to start it with not having all the fuel pumps on. And I'm sure I just missed that. But I'm surprised it started. Yep, it's 3 p.m. where I'm at. So I'm surprised that it's only... Rome's only 6 hours ahead. Yeah, maybe. That makes sense. I don't know. Oh yeah, because it's 8 o'clock in... Or 10 o'clock in the UK. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. Maybe it's 10 o'clock there now or something. 4 weeks ago, I caught COVID, which caused me to be airlifted from JFK to Ontario on a B737. Yeah, I might have had COVID a few weeks ago, or like a month ago now. Because every day I got up for work, I was just fever. You know, everything was just kind of going wrong. So I kind of missed a week of work. And I was working night shift at the time. But a few weeks ago now, I've switched to day shift, and I'm feeling a lot better with that.
767 at runway 13 ready for departure, departing straight out.
Okay.
Ryanair
That
9
makes sense.
767 Rimini Tower, we're IFR. VFR takeoffs not permitted. Contact ground on 1.225.
So that's kind of funny because we only have VFR clearance. They're not going to let us. They're not going to clear us, and it's like, well, I'd love to do IFR.
767 Rimini Ground Airport is currently IFR. Request denied.
I would love to request IFR clearance. Oh, there it is. Why couldn't I request that before? Awesome. There is our IFR clearance.
Ryanair 9er 767 is cleared to Vienna Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 13 climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure frequency is 1.225 squawk 4376.
Ryanair 9er 767 cleared to Vienna Airport is filed. Takeoff runway 13 climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Departure on 1.225 squawk 4376.
Ryanair 9er 767 readback correct. Contact ground on 1.225. Good day.
Alright, we got our IFR clearance, landing lights on, runway turn-off lights on, taxi lights off, position lights, strobe, and steady.
Ryanair 9er 767 taxi to
IVAP transponder on.
using taxiway
Not exactly sure
Contact tower on
what that is.
1.225 when ready.
If anyone could point out where that is, I'm not sure.
Taxiway Delta Ryanair 9er 767.
Alright, position, hold, taxi, and stop on
Rimini
runway.
Tower RYANAIR 9er 767 ready for IFR departure runway 13.
Ryanair 9er 767 QNH to 9er decimal 9er 4 wind 116 at 5.
Okay.
Cleared for takeoff runway 13.
Why do I have to stop my stream?
Cleared for takeoff runway 13 RYANAIR 9er 767.
Oh, because they didn't clear me? Yes, that is why. I mean, I am curious because there is another solution for ATC. I'm guessing it's probably a payware, so I'm gonna look into that a little bit more. But yeah, VATSIM is definitely the way to go. Of course, there's not VATSIM coverage everywhere, so then you're kind of left just talking to yourself. Anyway, yeah, pilots ATC. That's it. That's kind of what like this one looks like. Kind of similar sort of thing to that. So I'm gonna look into it. Looks like it's more specific to Microsoft Flight Simulator. It might be pilots ATC, and I didn't pay attention. I didn't really look into it too much. Yeah, it might be what it was actually, because I did see him importing a SimBrief flight plan. All right, we are on the runway. I hopefully didn't forget to do too much. This is all messed up, my speeds. Get that auto throttle armed. Flight director's on. There's some of this stuff I'm forgetting to do. I didn't see it on my checklist. So I'm probably skipping things, missing things. This is a whole different panel for me, so it's a little weird. Not sure why I can't get the LNAV. A little weird. Concerned about that. Alright, so let's go to our takeoff setting. Just gonna go full. Oh no, I don't have to go full. There we go. I guess there isn't like a flex notch. I think in the air. Yeah, maybe well, yeah, the LNAV usually comes on. If you get in the air, you can do it.
80 knots.
Like I said, hopefully I didn't forget anything important.
V1. Rotate.
Ooh.
Positive rate of climb.
Landing gear up.
Ryanair 9er 767 contact Milan Center on 124.925. Good day.
124.925 for RYANAIR 9er.
Alright, autopilot set.
Milan Center RYANAIR 9er 767 is at 1,300 feet, climbing 11,000 feet.
Ryanair 9er 767, Milan Center QNH 29.904, continue as planned. Going to 131.1, Alitalia 1318.
Okay, well, auto throttle is now engaged. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed by the fog rolling in. Can't really see Rimini and the kind of the beautiful beaches and stuff right there.
Sky Travel 2857 traffic is 9 o'clock, 4 miles at 4,000.
Yeah, you just gotta forgive me for things. It's like I'm
Report them in
kind of
sight.
overwhelmed. I can't remember how everything is.
Ryanair
Like, I didn't even have the spoiler arm.
9 o'clock, 4 miles at 200 feet, Boeing 737.
Alright, so 10,000 feet, we're gonna turn off the landing lights. It looked like it was when we were outside. It's now climbing at 3,000 feet. For a while there, it was climbing at,
Sky Travel 2857, have the Boeing 737 in sight. Ryanair 406 traffic in sight.
I'm really wondering if they changed something Windows. I don't remember the Windows having such a polarizing effect on it, but that's kind of cool. I don't remember. That might have been an update they put in, because I don't remember these windows kind of looking like this before. Alright, we are past the transition for the barometric pressure. So we went to standard. And soon we'll be crossing crossing 10,000 feet. We'll turn off the landing lights. Wheel well lights as well.
Now passing through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated and do not congregate in the galley further to the left.
Milan Center RYANAir 3991 is passing 200 feet, climbing 5,000 feet.
This is very important that you have the altitude you're going to, otherwise your passengers and you will all pass out and eventually die.
Ryanair 3991, Milan Center QNH 29.904, continue as planned.
Did they give me a
Climb
climb?
and maintain 17,000 feet, Ryanair 9er 767.
That's just the Misfits weather.
Alpine Tree
No add-on.
884, contact roll center on 131.1. Good day.
Yep, exactly. The MEDAR and the in-game weather, it's always off. Well, not always, but sometimes. That's why I was surprised by this fog, because when I first loaded in, for the first, I mean, I was probably loaded in for about 20, 30, you know, probably 20 minutes before I finally got the stream going. And there was nothing, and then as soon as we started setting up the plane and I went to the external view, here's fog, so... Yeah, there's so many little things I used to know, and... you know, about like all the little different maps, how to switch. Like, I'm not sure how you switch screens anymore. Like, I don't want to do that. I feel like there's a way to switch to some other screens, but I can't remember where.
Ryanair Tree 9901, you are 79 miles east.
Yep, we do have our
Expect ILS Yankee runway
we have our altitude in there, 36,000. So that will make sure the pressure, the plane will maintain the right pressure as we climb to the altitude. I did do that in X-Plane. I did forget to do that in X-Plane, and yeah, it was quite the issue. Maybe that's on the A320. I'm and maintain flight level 250, Ryanair 9767.
250 RYNAIR 9767.
Oh, let me do that interval thing again. Altitude intervention, or interval intervention. Baby's he's doing good. He's getting bigger, and he's kind of crawling around. He's still trying to figure it out, but he can move and get around, and he rolls like crazy. Which is why it's a little bit more hectic when I am home from work, and it's a little harder to get in streams and stuff because we constantly have to be paying attention to him now, because he is all over the place, or you know, we just have such limited space right now and don't have a real good setup for him to do his crawling and rolling around yet. But yeah, basically, right after that last stream I did in May, you know, I'd be waking up for work and getting a fever, just feeling miserable. And so I missed about a week of work, I think that week before Memorial Day. And I was also working the night shift, so again, I'm sleeping during the day, getting up in the evening, and working all night. And it's a little hard when you're getting no sunlight and all that. And then I guess, yeah, a couple weeks ago, switched to day shift, so kind of adjusting to that, and then figuring out when we can stream, because with the night shift, I'd stream at night, and then I'd basically get up, stream, and then do other stuff after streaming until about midnight, and then, but now it's going to kind of be on my days off, probably streaming earlier, and then maybe on my days that I work, maybe streaming after I come home from work for a little bit. But Dushanbe approach. Where is Dushanbe? Is that Africa somewhere? I don't think I've flown there. Oh, Tajikistan. I don't know if I flew into Dushanbe in Tajikistan. I have flown into Tajikistan on my world tour, my X-Plane portion of this world tour. And we will be flying into Tajikistan again, because I want to obviously do the... Okay, that didn't do anything in the plane. A complete world tour here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So we will be repeating places I have been back in X-Plane. That's because didn't experience it with you guys over there. Alright, we're going to zoom out because we want to see the... We want to be able to see the next waypoint, but next waypoint is off our chart. You can see that it gives us that little message that there's excess data because we are looking at the airports, and if you zoom out far enough, you just have too much going on your screen. Alright, we're reaching flight level 250. Oh, it's Tashkent, Dushanbe. Is that the... Yeah, I remember Tashkent.
Ryanair 767 climb and maintain flight
Oh, you can... I'm sure you can look on my, Volanta, right? Has the... I have that, the X-Plane World Tour on there. So, I'm sure that's where we'll go again. At a certain point, I'll probably be flying the exact order and routes that I did in X-Plane. Bouncing around the Pacific is going to be a little bit different because we're going to be coming in from the, from America and then picking up some islands that I didn't go to in X-Plane. Where in X-Plane I started in New Zealand and a whole different thing. How did I get to flight level 270? Are we really just climbing to 270? A weird climb. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of Tajikistan, I kind of want to see that. How did we go there? X... It's always cool to go back and look at the pictures from X-Plane or just look at those flights. 81 flights. I only did 81 flights in X-Plane on the world tour, and to think that we're on now flight 53 here in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I've definitely put in, a lot more flights over here. Surprisingly. Oh, so you just heard them call out Peoples. We're gonna be flying that one. Next flight, we're gonna be on Peoples in the Airbus. Let's see, Tashkent, Tajikistan. How did I get there? Oh, I did both. Oh no. Oh, is Tashkent in Tajikistan or is Tashkent Uzbekistan? I think that's what it is. So I went from Tashkent to Dushanbe. Okay. So I'm guessing I went Rimini to Kyrgyzstan, to Kazakhstan, to Moscow, and then I went Moscow to Tashkent, and then Tashkent down to Dushanbe. Alright. Yeah, it is. It's really interesting when I did that in X-Plane, just kind of flying to those places going, oh, okay. Because no one really thinks about that part of the world. I mean, it's just kind of underthought about. That's why I like doing the world tour, to be honest. Fly to a lot of places that most people don't ever think about flying to. Alright, did we get clearance again? I bet we did. Oh. We're only going to flight level 270? Oh, let's turn off the seatbelt sign. Let the passengers get up and walk around. I believe with this plane, I do actually need to also select an event for Pack X. Hey, Black Diamond.
FIA Airlines 215 contact Milan Center on
We now get up and
124
think about the cabin. However, we
decimal
ask that you
Good
go
day.
faster when you in case of unexpected turbulence.
It's kind of crazy. I'm looking at the VATSIM coverage. Tashkent right now has ground coverage. That's it. A little bit of coverage going on around Dubai. Mumbai also has approach coverage. It's kind of interesting when a controller comes on. It's just maybe ground or something random like that. Tower, but not full coverage. All right, we are just about to reach. I think we're gonna clip a part of Croatia here, and then we'll fly a little bit over Slovenia, and then into Austria. Be into Ljubljana airspace. Oh yeah, there are lots of places where it's like there's just not a lot. You know, the major airport for a country, and it's a one runway airport. No real, not a ton of jetways, if there are any at all. A lot of those African nations I flew into, especially Microsoft Flight Simulator, to get there, there's not even any ground services. Obviously, in real life, there would be ground services, but because they're just generic airports and not much going on. So we got, I believe that's still Italy. Yeah, it's still going to be Italy off to our left. But right in front of us is
135.275 for Ryanair 767.
That's going to be Croatia right over there.
Ljubljana Center, Ryanair
Hey, Limbo Gaming.
767,
Welcome in.
Flight level 270.
Ryanair 767 Ljubljana Center. Continue as planned.
All right, I'm going to request a climb to 360.
Ryanair 4 miles at flight level 280. Report them in sight. Ryanair 767 traffic is 2 o'clock 3 miles at flight
What do we need to do? We need to do, we'll do 8,000 feet and then 1,000.
Ryanair 767 contact Milan Center on 124.925. Good day.
That's weird how we keep bouncing between centers right here.
Milan Center, Ryanair 767, flight level 270.
Ryanair 767 Milan Center. Continue as planned.
Milan Center, Ryanair 767. Request flight level 350.
Yeah.
Milan Center, Ryanair 767. Request flight level
Oops.
280.
I requested too quick. They didn't actually get back to me. Alright, now we'll do 8,000 and that'll get us.
Climb and maintain flight level 280.
I like to use it because it does interact with the AIG traffic that I have, because I'm doing everything offline. But yeah, VATSIM is definitely the best way to go, because you are dealing with real people, but you don't have full coverage everywhere.
Milan Center, Ryanair 767. Request flight level 360.
Ryanair 767 climb and maintain flight level 280. Expect flight level 360.
Climb and maintain flight level 280. Expect flight level 360. Ryanair 767.
Alitalia 512 traffic is 1 o'clock 3 miles at flight level 270 EMB 190. Report them in sight. Ryanair 767.
Okay, I'm going to have to take another look at pilot, P2 ATC. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it actually interacted with whatever traffic you have going on in your sim, because that's a big thing I like. I like hearing them talk to the other ones, but of course I'd like it to be a little bit more realistic. The way it is right now, they kind of spam. They fixed it a little bit with some of the recent updates where it doesn't spam as bad. It's not like, you need to adjust the flight level this, you're above your flight level. You remember how that was. Now it's not as bad. Now it actually is more contacting. Yeah, and that's the cool thing, is like the Microsoft Flight Simulator ATC does a decent job with the waiting for departure. I wish they would tell me to go around a lot earlier, because they're having times where another plane is taking off or is landing right in front of me, and they tell me like I'm probably 50 feet above the runway, go around, and it's like, I already hit that other plane. Really. Yeah, but yeah, it doesn't work. Multiplayer. Basically multiplayer, you might as well just go on VATSIM, because you go with just the crazy multiplayer, and it's crazy. Right, I think we go to 360. I think that's what they just told us. Yeah. Yeah, I've said it a number of times. I'm kind of disappointed. I was hoping for more with Microsoft Flight Simulator's ATC. It is slightly better than X-Planes. I'm actually looking at our map right now. It's like our top of climb is almost where our top descent is. So that's a little,
Ryanair 9767, please expedite your climb flight level tree 60. Elenair Hellas 253 traffic is 11 o'clock 3 miles at flight level 270 Boeing 737. Report them in sight. Ljubljana Center flying Bulgaria 49er 2 is at flight level 270 climbing flight level 350.
yeah, and he's getting noisy too. I don't know if it's picking it up all the time when he's making noise down there. He's just crawling around behind me. Alright, so we're climbing. Yeah, I need to kind of figure out what... Well, basically, once we get to the top of the climb, I'm going to put the altitude I want to go to. The VNAV will take us down when it needs to take us down. That's the really cool thing with this plane. Yeah, so that's basically why it's been a month since the last stream. It's like I was sick for a few weeks there, kind of just in that, and then switching to day shift, and I'm really liking day shift. It's a whole different thing. A lot busier in the sense that there's just more going on, because obviously everyone's coming in during the day. You know, electricians, plumbing, all that stuff for a big brewery, you know. And so they're getting in the way, and live drivers who are getting loaded in the way, and a little bit different than night, but it seems a little bit laid back, a little bit more laid back than the night shift, what we were doing. Of course, this past week, I think Monday was decent weather, then Tuesday we got that heat wave came in. It was, I think, heat index of like 115 degrees, and I'm sure it was hotter where I was, because I'm working on asphalt and concrete everywhere. I still work for the same trucking company I've been working for, but I do, since January, since he was born, I've been working at down at the Miller Brewery, the Miller Brewery in Milwaukee, where I live. Spotting trailers, because we have that contract. Millis has that contract. We just picked up also doing running cans from the can manufacturer in Milwaukee down to Miller. So we're hiring a whole bunch more local drivers, and I mean, one of my coworkers is working like 84. He's working every day next week. 80. He's gonna have 84 hours, 44 hours overtime. He's gonna have a nice fat check, but he's gonna have no free time.
Vienna Center RYANAIR 90767 is passing flight level tree 40, climbing flight level tree 60.
Ryanair 90767 Vienna Center. Continue as planned.
Alright, I need to make sure that as soon as we get to 36,000, I need to set the altitude I want to descend to. I'm going to check my chart. Oh, wow. Yeah. Once I have that set in there, I'm going to pick him up and hold it for a little while. Pick up the baby. Alright, we're going to go down. I'm just going to put in 8,000 feet. Of course, the VNAV will do all the rest of the work, bringing us in. We do have a little bit of time. This is what concerns me here. Oh, it's like end of descent. It's because we don't have our star in. Let's do that. Arrival, we are doing... I'm going to be doing ILS 16 for now. Abtab 1 Whiskey, and transition is... No idea what transition is. What is this? I'm guessing Val 5. There we go. Now I think that's top of descent right there. Alright, so we are at 36,000. I'm going to put down 8,000 for where we want to go. Hey, okay. And once we reach the top of descent, VNAV will take us down. Yeah, let me pull up the chart I was looking at. Let's see. Let's kind of clear this out. We're coming up on Abtam. We need to be about 9,000 feet. There's the star we're coming in on. If VNAV doesn't have us in the good position, I kind of want to be at 8,000 feet by ballad. We do have quite a bit of room on this approach. But there is a holding point right here that we can go into to descend. I want to throw this on. Make sure I have my radio information in. ILS is going to be 108.5. Yeah, this is the chart I'm using, Navigraphs. We're just about to get on our star. Whoa. I really wish the drone camera would not do that. Yep. Yeah, I usually show you guys the charts. Alright, let me pick him up. He's getting pretty cranky down there. Oh. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Because I can never get the plane. It's like you don't have enough control, like, because the plane is just in this position. I like to take screenshots also. That's alright. Hey. Are you gonna talk? You gonna talk? You gonna talk? Say hello. Oh. This.
Sky Travel 2857 traffic is 9 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level 330 Airbus A321. Report them in sight. Ryanair 967 descend and maintain flight level 270. Speedbird 149er traffic is 10 o'clock, 3 miles at flight level 350 Boeing 737.
Say hello.
Report them in
His
sight.
name is Elishua.
Descend and maintain flight level 270 RYNAIR 9er 767.
Alright, so the plane should start descending here once we reach that top of descent. I'm going to let it do it itself. I could do the altitude intervention right now, but I'm going to just let it do its thing. We'll see. If it keeps pulling away from me, then we'll have to do the intervention. I'm a little worried that we're going to be too high.
Egypt Air 786 Heavy, contact Ljubljana Center on 135.275. Good day. Lot 613 traffic is 2 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level 360 Boeing 737. Report them in sight.
Why? Why?
Lot 613 traffic in sight. Ryanair 9767, please.
Sasha, it's Elishua.
270.
Oh. Hot.
135.275, Qatari 40.
Alright, so see it saying retard there and pulling back on the throttle, and we are now in descent phase. Ow. Turn those seatbelts back on.
Centric 5668 traffic is 9 o'clock, 4
Airport
miles at
elevation
flight level
is
340 Airbus A320. Report them in sight.
600 feet, so we're going to change that landing
Vienna
elevation.
789er heavy traffic is 9 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level 340 Airbus A320. Report them in sight.
Oh.
Air
That's what
Serbia
you hear, President?
388 traffic is 2 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level 320 Boeing 747.
Oh.
Report them in sight.
On. See. No, I don't think he did. Ow.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 29er approach via ballot transition. Clear to ballot Nostro Air 2546.
Say hello. Hello.
Lot 613, have the Airbus A320.
Yeah, I'm pretty concerned here, though, what runway they're going to give us. 'Cause we have a lot of room if we're coming in on 16, but if we're coming in the opposite, we're going to have to hit that holding point or something. It'd be nice if they would tell us a lot sooner. It's even right there, we should be below 180, flight level 180. I don't know if we're going to be there. It'll automatically slow down once we get to 10,000 feet.
128.7 Alpine, 4344.
If we try to slow down, if we slow down at 250 right now, it'll really slow our descent, and then we'll definitely run out of space quick. But I have been noticing that the VNAV has usually been bringing us in a little high.
Ryanair Niner 767 descend and maintain 15,000 feet.
Yeah, that's
Descend
well.
and maintain 15,000 feet.
Yeah,
Ryanair
hopefully
9er
the
767.
in-game ATC realizes that. I've had the in-game ATC give me complete opposite of what the wind it should be,
Is 12 o'clock.
and then it'll tell me in-game that the wind is, 160, and then it'll have me go to runway the opposite of 160. It's like, why?
3 o'clock, 4
Yeah.
miles at flight level tree 40 Airbus.
Oh, cool.
Report them in sight.
What do you mean? Does fly-by-wire do VNAV? I don't. I think in the experimental they have the VNAV is working, or they're doing it. Oh, Graz is on my right. Go back over here. Go out on the window. I don't know if we are seeing it now. Probably a little bit behind us. Like right back there. Cool.
Eurowings 6868 traffic in sight.
Are you asking, Sasha, are you asking about the fly-by-wire? Yeah, when I first looked out, I figured. But yeah, the fly-by-wire, I believe the experimental version, they do have the VNAV. Developmental, I don't think they've implemented yet. So experimental has a few more systems being, and a few more of the more in-depth fly-by-wire stuff is being simulated in the experimental. But obviously, it's experimental, and things can crash, and it's a little bit less stable. The development version is probably the most stable of the 3 versions. You do have the stable version. I like to use development. That way it works. I've had a few times where I have switched to experimental and then things don't work for me. And so I'm sitting here on the stream and I can't fly. So I tend to go with development. I know a lot of other people are like, oh yeah, I use experimental all the time, never have an issue. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because I haven't flown the A3. I haven't flown the fly-by-wire Airbus since I've gotten the Boeing. Granted, I think I've done maybe 8 flights in the Boeing. I mean, it's just I have not had time. And then when I have had a little time like this, I really wanted to fly on Friday night. And then I just got tired and lazy. We actually went out. Well, I didn't really get tired and lazy. We went out and looked at 3 houses, and the first house we looked at is the one we're putting an offer on. It's really awesome. Basically the same. It's almost the same. It's the same kind of house that we're living in with my parents right now. But there's a few variations, and the upstairs is completely different. An amazing bathroom, with a soak tub, and kind of a nice 2-head shower room with seats and everything. It's just so we really want to get that one, but we're it's kind of at the top of our purchasing power, and not a ton of flexibility to offer a little bit more with competing offers. So we'll see if we get it. If we don't, there's another one we kind of want to look at that's actually way cheaper, and it's like, okay, what's wrong with this one? In this market, basically all the good houses are a certain price, and finding a house that's kind of at a price that you'd expect a house to be at, it's like, oh, why is it at this low price? What's going on? Let's kind of jump back. Whoop. Which one am I using? For the Airbus, I will be using next flight here. I'll be using the development version. So I don't think VNAV is operable in that one. Okay, we passed. Well, we didn't pass the. I think the transition is. Let's see what the transition is for this airport. It is 10,000 feet. I don't think I can set that. That's why it. Approach VREF not selected. Where do I do that? Yes, I know. Uh-oh. How do I do that? Approach. Okay, flaps. What do we do for flaps usually? 30? I think I usually did 30. I think if I put 30 in, it gives me my... How do I get my... Oh, right there. You just go like this. That's how you do it. There we go. That's what it was saying. We don't have our approach view. You can see the ILS is already in there, so I don't need to put the ILS in. I believe I can put... I think I put the VOR down here. I can put that in. As a backup. Don't really need to. ILS doesn't usually fail. I don't know why we're descending so slow. I guess the VNav thinks we have a lot of space. And again, hopefully ATC... We're going to go in on runway 16, and if a plane is taking off the other direction, well, too bad. Because, yes, the METAR data is saying the wind's 16. That means we should be on runway 16, not the opposite one. Now, yeah, Sasha, next flight, we're going to be flying from Vienna over to St. Gallen, Switzerland. We're going to be on People's Airline, or it's just People's now. It used to be People's Vienna line, and that's going to be in the Airbus A320. We'll be in the FlyByWire. We'll be using development version. All right, what city is this right in front of us? This is... Oh, that actually might be Vienna. Oh, I don't think that's Vienna. Vienna's probably going to be... Vienna's probably is going to be up there. This is the city of probably Neustadt. Or Neustadt. Wiener Neustadt. The Wiener New City. I don't know if that's like Vienna, yeah, like a Vienna's new city. See, I think it's descending slowly because we have this very extended approach, so it can continue to descend. But obviously, if you were coming in on the other runway, that'd be too slow. Is it Neustadt? Yeah, I thought that's why I was saying it like that. I wasn't sure if it was New or Neu. Couldn't remember my Stadt. Yeah, sorry, Sasha. Yeah, I don't think we can do a joint, or, you know, I'm not gonna. I don't have VATSIM set up, and I know I've been saying that for months. It is definitely not. I have not had time to do anything the last few, like this last month. I mean, the fact that I was able to make sure my stuff was up to date and get on the stream today. Yeah, but hopefully, like I said, hopefully we'll start getting back into a rhythm. And obviously, once we get done with this house purchasing thing, that'll just be one less thing to worry about. Alright, descend 6,000 feet. I really hope that they're not trying to get us to fly into to the wrong runway. In any case, we're gonna stick with this approach. We're gonna go to this runway. We're gonna throw the course in. The course is 159. Let's get that on there. There actually is, you're supposed to change your bank angle once you're at a certain altitude. I didn't do that on this flight. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I learned to do, and then now I've forgotten it. Make sure I put the course on both sides. Oh yeah, like I've been saying this for months. I would love to have more time to get into VATSIM, make sure it's set up, and get that experience. But like I said, it's such a project to get all that stuff ready, and I gotta just get in the sim, get my stream going, and do it. And you know, that's just one extra thing. If I had more time, I would. Yeah, I know. I have to update the client and a whole bunch of stuff. I'm obviously not going to do it today because then I have to, you know, I got to stop, you know, streaming and all that. And I don't even know what I'm going to be doing in the next, once we get landed. I've got him in my arms. Oh, is model matching right inside VPilot now? That's cool. Yeah, that's another thing. Oh, it like scans it and everything, and you don't have... Wow, awesome. CPZ. Welcome to the stream. First time. I think that's your first time chat. Let me see if it usually gives me a message. Yeah, there it is. First time chat from viewer CPZ. Awesome. Starting training on the 737 in real life. Is that real life, or are you a real pilot? Yep, I've connected as an observer a few times and just had it playing and hearing the chatter. It's kind of fun to watch the planes come in and fly and just do that kind of spotting almost. Awesome. That's really cool.
Ryanair 1024 Vienna Center. Continue as planned.
Yeah, that might be, and yeah, Icebird, that might be something I do, you know, one of these evenings. I'll, you know, maybe instead of doing a stream, you know, trying to do a stream, I'll try to do, thanks for the follow, CPZ. I'll, you know, kind of take a relaxed, while I'm relaxing after work and kind of tired, I can set up VPilot and get that stuff, you know, kind of squared away. That way I can jump in and kind of practice and stuff. Do we have the... Yes, I know. I agree, Sasha. I'm not disagreeing with you on that at all. Like I said, all that stuff, it's... Yeah, at some point, once I get this stuff set up, and you know, it's this summer right now is busy. You know, and like I said, they got this wiggle monster here. Kind of hard to do all this stuff at the same time. You know, and helping my wife out and making sure we figure out what we're doing for you know, obviously house hunting and all that. But at some point, yeah, I'd love to do a group flight. You know, get in the smaller planes and do a group flight somewhere. That'd be cool. I did one before, a few months back with Creepy Kirk and a couple other people. But yeah, definitely, yeah, VATSIM allows for that group flight stuff. Oh, awesome. Now let me try to copy that, or if I don't get that now. Make sure I have that. I did a bunch of model, like back when I first jumped on VATSIM, I did all that model matching, and it was really cool, like when I went in there. But like I said, these kind of things take time, and you want to, you know, do it right. 44 gigabytes, wow. No big deal. I have a ton of room. I have an 8 terabyte hard drive for my X-Plane days when I had all the photogrammetry and stuff. See, there it is. They want me to go on 2.9er. It's like, no. Why? Well, the winds are, up here at least, the winds are going 2.9er. What is going on here? I just cannot change my... I can't change the approach right now, though. I only have one hand. Yeah, on the MEDAR, though, the MEDAR is showing going 160. Here it's... I don't know. I know, Sasha. I need to, like I said, I need to get that set up and figure different things. 132 gigabytes of RAM? RAM? 132 or 32? Because that's an insane amount of RAM. I don't, like...
134 decimal 675 RYANAIR 9er 767. Lead approach RYANAIR 9er 767 is passing 10,500 feet, descending 6,000 feet.
Ryanair 9er 767, Dean approach QNH 29er decimal 86. Continue to Passat as planned.
128. I do, like, yes, if I was on VATSIM, I would change to 120, I would change to 29. We're already past runway 29, I think. Oh, no. Would we be able to? Let me see. Yeah, we're literally already past runway 29. We'd have to completely do, like, a weird loop and stuff. Oh my god, Iceberg. They're using 29? That's what's weird, like the metadata is... Why are they doing that? Huh. I mean, you could still use 2.9 in this with this wind. I mean, oh no, that'd be behind you. Yeah, that's kind of weird that they're using runway 29 on Bethlehem.
Ryanair 9767, please expedite your descent 6,000 feet.
Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat flex.
Alright, let me change. I gotta put it in though, into my chart here.
Ryanair 9767, please expedite your descent 6,000 feet.
Okay, I switched to runway 29. We'll see if that works though. Because we're already past it, we kind of have to go backwards. That's unachievable. Of course it is. I don't know why they gave... See, they gave us that clearance after you've already passed the runway. Now we'll come on 29. That's the one they cleared us for.
Please expedite your descent 6,000 feet.
We'll see how it works. I feel like it's not... Yeah. Oh my... What happened to my... Okay, there we go. Yeah. Well, and there's an example of how the Flight Simulator ATC absolutely sucks. They clear you after you've already missed the approach.
Ryanair 9767, please expedite your descent 6,000
Yeah, I don't know why they're not. Like, why wouldn't you run... runway 16 makes the most sense. So I don't know why Batsim isn't using 16. Oh, okay. Yeah, so they're using runway 11 for departure, and then 16 for landing. That makes sense. Yeah, 2-9... You're kind of going... Yeah, you're going to have the wind kind of pushing you. Oh well, we'll do this approach now. It's already in. It's just... Well, you guys are confusing me. You're telling me what they're doing on VATSIM, and VATSIM is making less. Is making as. That sounds as dumb as what the in-game ATC is doing. I don't know why you be doing tune. It doesn't make any sense to do runway 29. Just the wind doesn't make sense. Like, why not do the one that makes complete sense, which is runway 16, which is what they're doing in real life. I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't. Does they even have coverage here in VATSIM right now? No. So I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Yeah, that's why I like. The reason I'm not like huge on VATSIM, and I know VATSIM's big, is that I don't fly a ton of places in. Yeah, there's all the delays and everything because when you go to a place where there's actually coverage, and then most of the place I'm flying to, there's no coverage. So I'd rather have a offline. Yeah, an offline solution to that. I'm gonna go with run. I'm just gonna go with this runway now because we're on it. You can see all the traffic, and the traffic is coming in on 29. Until they aren't, I bet they'll start coming in on 16 because that's the way the in-game ATC here works.
Please expedite your descent 6,000 feet.
Why are we not down 6,000 feet? Yep, exactly. That's typically why. That's one of the main reasons I haven't done VATSIM. One reason. Second reason is I'm not really good at it. And I already just the amount of time that I'm able to spend playing, flying, is so limited that I can't get a ton of practice. And so I'm going to be coming in and hemming and hawing and getting lost trying to just fly my plane because I have to remember how to fly the dang plane. And then again, there's when I'm offline, if I want to just ignore what ATC is saying and go, okay, I need to just land. I don't want to go around. I don't want to, whatever it is. Like, obviously I will go around. Yep. Yeah, does Pilots ATC have voice commands? You can do voice though. I think you can, right? Or you can do. Oh, I know I picked it up and I couldn't really figure it out. But is it? You have to pay for it. I think there is a paid. Is there like a free trial? But then it's paid. But again, it's because I just saw a video today, and I didn't watch it. Yeah, text to speech. I saw a video today talking about like a new solution to ATC for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Ooh, that is. Maybe that's why I haven't picked it up. That's why I never picked it up yet.
Please expedite your descent 6,000 feet.
Well, the one I've done VATSIM. I think I've done 3 flights on VATSIM. I think. One of them I turned I've done a number of flights on VATSIM on the network, but not anywhere where there was any coverage, so it didn't really matter. The first time I ever interacted with control on VATSIM was approaching Nairobi, because suddenly Nairobi came online and it was like, whoa! And that was very interesting because it's like I wasn't prepared. It was my first time ever, and then dealing with the accent. But I did get on the ground, didn't get. There wasn't too much trouble. We figured it out. Then I did an event. I was like, okay, I'm going to jump in 2 feet. And there was a big event going on between, I think, VATSIM Germany and VATSIM Switzerland. We're having like coinciding events. And so I flew from, I think I flew from Berlin or Frankfurt down to Geneva or something. But then coming into Geneva or wherever it was in Switzerland, there was like a 3-hour delay. And it was just like, ugh. I'll have to check it out. It might be something going forward to use. Yeah, and it's like I like the idea of having something to enter because again with the I use the AIG traffic controller to add in the planes. It's not live traffic. It isn't other people flying. It's not perfect, but when I go to airports, there's, you know, especially... Why am I shutting my engine down? But it's like when I go to like airports that should be busy, they're busy. Because in most of these places, if I was flying into them and I was just using VATSIM, there'd be no other planes at the airport. And I don't want that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here with my descent, but like I said, it's like it's been a while since I've done this, and this chart is not helping me at all. But we are coming in runway 29, 291 degrees. I'm gonna bring up my. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so out of practice with this plane and the Boeing plane. Shut my engine down event. Alright, now we're gonna go to pressure. Pressure is 1012. I've been able to get my plane on the ground. I'm not sure. I don't like the speed I'm going. I think I'm gonna do a speed intervention here and slow this down, just to give myself more time. Yeah, we're doing a loop here to come back. Well, because, like I said, by the time they cleared us for 2.9, we were already well on our way on our approach for 1.6 to loop around for 1.6, and so I should, like, you guys kind of fight with my own brain. It's like, should I follow what the in-game ATC is saying? Should I just ignore it? And yeah, I don't know why what are we doing? Why are we turning the wrong way now? Okay, here, I'm gonna go do this. Why are you turning the wrong way? Alright, let's see. We need to be at... We're gonna capture the glide slope 3,000 feet, 7.4 miles out from the ILS. Yep. Well, I mean, it's so hit and miss. Sometimes I'll sometimes get clearance for my runway. I'll get clearance and approach clearance and runway clearance at 20,000 feet on the star or whatever, with plenty of time to set it up and come in the right way. And other times I'll be 3,000 feet on final, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're cleared for the complete opposite runway." It's like, how does this ATC work? Does it not know where I am? I mean, does the sim not know where I am in relation to the runway in the airport? Does it not know my altitude? I mean, it seems to know it most of the time. Yes, and I've definitely, like I said, I've looked into why are we climbing? I don't know. But yeah, I've looked into pilots ATC. I think I was put off by the price tag a little bit, and I might still be, but that might be something to look at, or just turn off the in-game ATC and just do it myself. And eventually get into VATSIM. Next flight should be a little bit less less complicated because we'll be in a plane I'm much more comfortable with. Again, if I was flying this, if I had come over from X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator had the 737-800 or the 700. Yeah, that's true. I do pay for an Avograph every year. I know it's a decision. It's like, okay, is this? Yeah, and it's a one time. So that's why I think they have that free trial, and I need to like really deep dive into it, watch some things, try it out, and go, okay, yeah, I'd get hooked to this. I know. I remember looking at it back when I was even in my X-Plane days, looking for a solution. I really feel like. Have they not cleared us? That's true. That's true. Alright, well, the airport's right up there. You can see other planes flying in. We can even see them on the TCAS. Right there, you can see one. I feel like there's one in front of us. As I said, the problem with VATSIM is it's a little bit more complicated. And there's not coverage everywhere. I feel like we need to descend. This is what irritates me too. They haven't cleared me down to 3,000 feet. It's like, I probably need to be at 3,000 feet pretty soon here because I think we're capturing right there or right there. Why can't I see my distance to the ILS?
Ryanair 90767, you are 300 feet below your...
Well, you cleared me for this. Should let me... You should let me probably clear down to where I need to be.
6,000 feet, Ryanair 767.
And this is a situation where it's like I might as well have just ignored you and come in on runway 16 because they're not going to clear me to land anyway. Oh, you're too low. It's like, yeah, because if I don't descend, I'm going to miss the
Traffic.
You see, we're already above here.
Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Climb.
Oh, because of the traffic. And I bet you the planes are taking off now the opposite direction. That was actually
vertical speed.
pretty good.
Clear
Crazy.
of conflict.
Oh, that was awesome. That's all just the TCAS. Alright, we're going to start deploying the flaps. Drop the speed brake, actually.
90767, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
Yeah, diamond's right there. We're on the diamond. The problem is now we're coming in too fast. How do I get to this menu quick? 132. I think the VREF we do +5, yeah? Yep, we got the ILS activated. I hit the approach before, I don't know why it's turned off. I think it's because we already captured the... Come on, slow down.
Ryanair 90767, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
Probably put the landing gear down, right? Power lines, courtesy of an awesome mod that covers all, I think it covers all of Europe and the United States now. think I have that in the links below on YouTube. Alright, we need to get these, our flaps out over here. Cool thing is you just click that and it will just go, it'll set the flaps all the way out where you want them.
Ryanair 90767, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
Yeah, if you're using the live traffic, it's 10. That live traffic is 10 minutes behind usually. All of this is AI traffic that's not live at all. It's kind of set up using schedules from years ago, like before the pandemic. So that's why there's a lot more traffic there. Like when the sim first came out, like the live traffic was so sparse. It's like, well, yeah, because there's not much live traffic. We're in the height of the pandemic. So I remember that. I remember thinking, it's like, maybe it's not a bug. Maybe it's just there isn't any traffic. No, I'm not using live traffic right now. I'm using the AIG traffic, which is all AI, offline. It's similar to the World Traffic 3 thing that was over in X-Plane that I bought. This one's free. Okay, so I got to... Yeah, see, they're taking off from runway 16 across me. Uh-oh, kind of floated there.
50, 40,
Ryanair
30,
90767, please expedite your climb 6,000 feet.
And I forgot to put the auto brake on, too. Yeah, Alpha India group traffic.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vienna. The local time is 5.
So here we are right behind a British Airways that just landed, I think.
Currently about 22 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bin. These items may have shifted during the flight. We thank you for flying with us.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, there's a ton of systems I don't know how to use on here yet. Oh, this is Austrian. Alright, let's see where they want us to go. Tune ground. Taxi to gates.
Veen ground RYANAIR 9er 767 taxi to the gate.
Ryanair 90767 taxi to Gateway 6 Charlie using taxiway Alpha 7 Echo X-ray 12 Lima.
Taxiing to gate tree 6 Charlie using taxiway Alpha 7 Echo X-ray 12 Lima Ryanair 9er 767.
Okay, well, I'm gonna assume it's right there. What did they say? Alpha 7 Echo, or probably it's exit. Yeah, Lima. It doesn't make any. I mean, I'm just looking at my chart. Like, why would I go all the way over to Lima? Oh no, Lima goes. Okay. See, the charts are a little hard to read depending on which one you have. Let's see, airport info. Oh, parking stance. Oh, okay, I see. So exit 12, and then over to Lima, and then we're going to 36C. Alright. This is basically in front of us. Alright, flight director's off. Transponder to stand by. Window heat, probes. Yeah, see here, it's probably like exit 12. Yeah, so I'm guessing it's going to be right over here, these gates. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Let's see. Well, successful landing, I think. I'll get you the landing rate in a moment. Oops. Did I turn off the... I don't think I needed to do that until we actually we're ready to turn the engines off. Okay, so 3.6 is going to be right here, this angle off.
Beam ground low to motion 1316, requesting pushback. Low to motion 1316 pushback request accepted.
There we go. Huh? Oh, okay. Alright, where's this gonna go? See, there's nothing showing me where I should be going to get attached to this jetway. Not that it would connect to me really anyway. Alright. Let's see, we turned off the window heat. Landing time. We can stop the chronometer. APU start. Autopilot, we already did that. Reset bar. Go up here, APU. We started. We didn't switch the generator yet. We could do that right now.
1316, requesting the end of pushback.
Taxi lights off. Runway turn off lights off.
To end pushback received.
APU bleed on. And we'll do the engine cutoffs.
Beam ground low to motion 1316 with Echo ready to taxi IFR. Low to motion 1316 taxi to and hold short of runway 16 using
why
taxiway
does the
with
drone
Echo
camera do
X-ray
that?
2 tree, Echo Echo X retreat, tree Delta Bravo 1.
Does anyone know? I know there's a shortcut to like reset it to the right level. So frustrating when it does that.
Taxiing hold short runway 16 via taxiway Whiskey Echo X-ray 2 tree Echo Echo.
Alright, engine's
X-ray,
coming
tree,
down.
Delta Bravo 1 low to motion 1
Master warning
316.
disengaged. Let's go into the FMC here. Go to... How do I go to the main menu? There we go. Simulator actions, ground connections. We want the GPU cart. We need to set the wheel chocks. Request ground power. Go to the door menu. We'll go over here, ground services. We do have, we're going to do the jetway. Our target is 0 passengers. Might not work. Same thing with the loaders. On our targets of 0, we're going to unload. So we're going to request all of them. Okay, we have ground power, so what we can do is turn that on. Switch to ground power. Turn off the APU. Turn off the APU bleed. actually turn off the seatbelts. Position is just going to be steady.
Beam ground beeline 2906.
TCAS is standby. Yaw damper off.
Beeline 2906.
Probes are already off. Engine start switches both off. Hydraulic pumps all off. Master warning disengage. We're going to continue to go to cold and dark, so external lights. Well, we'll actually just leave it here and we'll start reviewing the plane. Control space. Thank you for that. Thank you. So let's see. Oh, that didn't work. Uh-oh. Oh. I think it did. Maybe it did. I don't know, if you do this one, it goes to the ground. If you do the other control space, it goes like that. Whatever. Okay. So I'm going to pull up Volanta here. Let's find it.
Beam ground beeline 2906.
Let's review the flight.
Pushback. Beeline 2906 request to end pushback.
Let's see. Yeah, landing rate a little high. Landing speed, we're a little bit fast there. We want to be at 132. Landing rate 342, almost 343 feet per minute. Negative. Flight time an hour 12. Fuel burn 3172, so about half of what we had. You see our goofy flight route there. Alright. Put that away. I don't have the world map open right now. We didn't really go to a new country anyway, so probably show that after the next flight. So we do have the passengers coming. Oh, I like that it says active. Yeah, oh, no, still can't do it. So we have unloaded, or are unloading the cargo. Try number 5 on the number. Yeah, that resets it, but it also resets all the like road speeds. But I know I saw someone like reset like the rotation, like the where the tilt, where you're not all like that. So I don't know what that is. Yeah, num 5 will just reset the whole thing, but then your rotation speed, you have to reset all that to what you want it. All right. So I think that's all I usually do. We got Pack X going here. They are deboarding. Let me see if I can show you Pack X on the screen. There it is. Passengers are deboarding. You see them getting off really fast.
Nostru Air 2547 request to end pushback received.
And there they are. They're all off the plane. So we'll end the flight. Satisfied, 91%. Yeah, I don't know if we had time to give them drinks or not. I don't know what happened there.
Nostru Air 2547 taxi to and hold short of runway 16 using taxiway whiskey Echo X-ray 2 tree Echo Echo X-ray tree tree Delta Bravo 1.
Alright, well thanks for coming along on this flight. I want to fly another flight right now. If you're on YouTube, I'll be ending the stream and then starting the next stream. I'll send you the link to that. And then on Twitch, we'll do some ads. There'll be an intermission screen. Let's see. Where's my... But then again, I might just step away. It might just be done for a little while. Depending on what's going on. But I'll send you a link to that. That way you can at least be ready for it. Well, the reason I don't like the external view is because you can't really, you know, your plane is always kind of right there on the very bottom of the screen, whereas, you know, with this view you can kind of center it up where you want it. Of course, this plane does have external views, like locked external views, which is actually nice. because then your plane, it won't rotate on you like the drone camera does, but you know, you're kind of limited in which views there are. Different problems. I just wish the drone camera would not like start tilting over without you telling it to. I don't know why it does that. Alright. Well, like I said, thank you for coming on this flight. We're gonna go to, you know, for everyone on YouTube, it'll end the stream. And if you're watching on Twitch, we'll go to intermission screen, whereas I set up the next flight. Hopefully. And if I don't, if I have to step away, I'll let you guys know, and we'll end the stream on Twitch as well, and then I'll come back on, hopefully again tonight. So, let me just go and get the intermission screen set up. There we go, and I will see you in 15-20 minutes probably.